Okay, so to finish up this section related to data types, I'm just going to look at finding the data type for specific variables. Okay, so let me show you some code first. I already dropped in here. So here I'm creating a variable x holding the value 1. So this should have a type of numeric. Y is 1 in quotes, so that should actually be a type string. True, unquoted, lowercase, so that should be Boolean. And then obviously this is an array. This is an object. This is basically the same object that we had created in the prior video. So it's just a course name. And then we have a function here. So I'm defining a function with a function keyword, and this is just our AB mult function. Okay, I'm going to make the font a little, I'm just doing control minus here just to make the font a little smaller so we can see everything. Okay, so those are basically all of our types that we've talked about, right? Number, string, Boolean, array, object, function. To actually get the type, you basically just use this typeof keyword. So typeof space and then the variable name. And then if you want to have components within an object or want to get the types of components within some type of object, then you can use some different notation. So here we're pulling the type of the first element in the A array. So that should be numeric, right? Type of object. And then if we do object.name, that should give us back a string. Type of a function to return function. And then this should return back a method or function. I can't remember. We'll see in a second. All right, so let's run that. Okay, cool. So the type of x is number, as expected. The type of y is string, because it's 1, but in quotes. True, unquoted, lowercase, Boolean. Interestingly, this is an array, but the type comes back as object, and that's because an array is considered a type of object. So it doesn't maybe make sense, but it has to do with how arrays are defined. And then the object here, the first index in the object here should be geog, so that should be a string. So, where are we at? I got out of sync here. So x, y, z, a is object. I got down to object. Sorry, a index 0 is position 1, right? So that's a number. And then the object is an object. The dot name property of the object is a string. And then we have our function, which is type function, and then the method, so object.courseTitle shows back or comes back as an object of or type function as opposed to method, because method is really just kind of a special case of a function. So in short, if you want to look at the types of an object or subcomponents within an object, you can use this type of keyword.